1, 2, 3.
Hey everybody, my name is Sasha Buchert and I'm a staff attorney at Transgender Law Center, and welcome to Policy Desk. It's a ongoing series that we're going to have to demystify, the legislative process and discuss some of the things that are moving, legislatively around the country. Today we're going to just talk about some of the different bills that have been introduced that target our community. We're just going to talk about 3 of them actually. The first one is what we call, bathroom bills. We really shouldn't use that language, but we just want to make sure everybody knows what we're talking about. But they're the bills that, like HB2, that try to prevent people from being able to use restrooms consistent with their gender identity unless they've amended their birth certificate, or just prohibit folks from being able to do it altogether. We know that those bills are really traumatic on our community because going to the bathroom is something we all need to do, and do it many times a day often. So we've already seen bills in 14 different states that would try to take away those protections from folks, and we're probably expecting to see more, and we'll dig into that later. I also want to just flag for folks that on our website we've got a legislative tracker where folks can go and click on their state and look at the legislation that's being introduced. Similarly, other organizations have maps on their websites as well, so there's a lot of information out there to track what's happening. The second bill I wanted to talk about were bills that we call Preemption Bills. They're bills, we call them Death Star bills actually, because what they do is they just swallow up the ability of local jurisdictions to pass protections. They're bills that say, hey, city or county, you can no longer pass non-discrimination bills to protect your transgender and gay and lesbian and bisexual community members, because we're going to say that we're going to strip that authority, and we're going to say that you can only pass legislation that's equivalent to what we have on the state level. The problem with that is of course, because of gerrymandering, most of our state legislatures have swung extremely conservative in the last few years, so the likelihood of them passing non-discrimination protections on the state level is very slim. So those are dangerous bills, and that was part of HB2 last year as well, that will hopefully be repealed very soon. The third bill that we wanted to touch on are what we call First Amendment Defense Acts, which is ridiculous because the First Amendment doesn't need any defense; it's doing fine on its own. What they do though is to give individuals and businesses a license to discriminate against LGBT people. Last year there were 2 bills that moved forward in the legislature that would give businesses the ability to do just that. There was a bill in Mississippi, HB 1523, that actually codified in their bill what the state's sincerely held religious beliefs are, and no surprise there that marriage is between a man and a woman, and that transgender people don't exist. So that bill, that law is being litigated, but it would have allowed businesses to discriminate against LGBT people, and then claim that their defense is that they were acting out on their sincerely held beliefs, and it would prevent the state from sanctioning that business if there were non-discrimination protection. It's not like there's a lot in Mississippi already, but anyway, there's another bill passed in Tennessee, SB 1556, that allows therapists to turn away LGBT people. You have to refer them on to somebody else, but it's a significant dignitary harm when people go in to see a therapist and they're denied. That's just discrimination, and businesses shouldn't be given that license to do that. This year we're seeing similar legislation being introduced for adoption agencies that are being given, or trying to be given, the ability to discriminate against potential LGBT adopters. So those are the 3 primary bills that we just wanted to shed a little light on. We'll be providing more information on our website if folks are interested, or you can feel free to email me for more background. And then in the coming weeks, a big part of what we do here is that we want to make sure that you have the information, but we also want to, empower folks to take action. We know that, folks are thirsting to, do something in this moment. So what we're going to be doing in the future is to, provide a little more information about how people can get involved, including a step-by-step process about how people can, A, find out who their individual legislator is, and B, how to contact them. So that'll be probably the next few weeks. But thank you so much for listening and have a great day. Bye.